Hi! This week we are learning about treble and bass clef. Treble clef, like treble on a stereo, or bass, like the bass knob on a stereo, affects the higher end and the lower end of the sound. So for treble clef, that's our right hand, which goes up to the higher end of the keyboard. Bass clef is our left hand, which goes to the lower end of the keyboard. So we want to think about treble clef, the one that looks like a big G, is our right hand, and bass clef is the one that looks like an F with our left hand. The two together form what we call the grand staff. That means that they're together and there's both staff lines of 5 lines each, and the bar lines cut right through to both. So as to say that whenever you're looking at the music, you should be thinking about both your right and your left hand at the same time. So when things are moving across the beats in time, you're reading both the top staff, the treble clef staff, as well as the lower staff, which is the bass clef staff. Okay? The other thing that we really want to try and focus on this week, and this is just a matter of repetition, is getting to learning where notes live on these staffs. Now, we're going to be in C position for a bit. C position means that your starting pitch on your right hand is a C, which of course is played with finger 1, and your starting pitch on your left hand is a C, but is played with finger 5, because after all, these two are at the lower end of the 5 fingers, right? So C position means that we're starting on C, D's, E's, F's, and G's. We want to learn where those notes live in the grand staff. A note always lives on a particular space or line. No other note will live on that line or space. So the sooner we can memorize where particular notes live, the better off we'll be. We don't want to be writing in the letters above the staff or below. We want to really just look at the dot and know where it is. So, for instance, middle C, which is usually the C that's pretty much in the middle of your keyboard on the piano, is always, always, always the C below the treble clef with a line through the note head itself. That is middle C. So aim for that as where you start, and start to learn where the lines and spaces go with it. Okay? Happy piano this week.